My name is Aaron Martens, and I am a Major League Fishing World Championship competitor. I can remember at a young age pretty much fishing all day, like never putting the rod down at 5 years old. So I definitely, not all kids are like that. Some kids like it different, some kids like it a lot, some kids like it a little, some are in the middle. I definitely liked it a lot. I was very, like I said, outdoorsy. And I guess the first bass I caught, I fished a lot of streams, and once I got into the fishing bug, I did some saltwater fishing. But I grew up in California. It's not like growing up in Alabama. You don't have bass everywhere. All you really have are drainage ditches. The LA River, which has maybe some mosquito fish in it. It dries up. It's a desert. You have hidden lakes or private lakes. And I wasn't into fishing yet, so I had, I guess what I used to do is my mom used to drop me off at Malibu State Park. And we'd walk in there and just go fishing all day, catching mostly just crappie and bluegill. But I remember seeing a bass on a bed, about a 2-pounder. It was in the middle of the creek, and you could see down about 3 or 4 feet, almost through the bottom. And I remember throwing a little crappie jig over there on I think a bobber. And he went for it, and he started looking at it, and lo and behold, he ate it. So that was my really first official bass, was actually like a 2-pound bedfish, which was actually a really good fish compared to what I'd been catching. It was about that big. This fish was that big. And I think from that point on, watching that fish look at that bait and kind of assess it and go around it, and then all of a sudden eating it and setting a hook on it, fish jumping and fighting. At that point, I think I was really hooked on bass fishing, and that was my first real official bass. I can't remember catching one before that. I think I was about 12 years old. And so I got my mom into fishing. Me, it's funny. I took my mom. I'm gonna jump back a little bit, as I forgot to tell you. She used to drop me off at Malibu Pier, go ocean fishing, catch bonita. I was there this one day, and my mom was laying on the beach, and it was time to leave. She was sunbathing, so she came out to the pier to get me, and I think I was probably 10 or 11. And I remember handing it to her, and they were chasing it. I'm like, reel this in, and she was reeling it. And all of a sudden, someone grabbed the fly, and it started pulling real hard. They pull really good. 2-pound bonita is pretty strong. So this is when my mom got hooked from fishing. And without that happening, who knows? I may be working for a living or contracting or something out there, somewhere else, not here. And she reeled that fish in, and we ended up staying till close, sunset. So that's how she got fishing, which in turn, she wanted to take me more. So that's how it all began. I talked her into buying a boat. I wanted a little aluminum boat. I was looking for a used boat. We ended up getting a brand new 17-foot, 10-inch 363 Ranger with a 150 on it. So I helped pay for it, and we fished club tournaments, and then after that, and at the same time, we went fishing team tournaments in California. And I started fishing pro, where I actually quit my job at 21 years old. So I haven't done an official job since I was 21, but I worked hard from about 11 years to 21 years. I worked with my dad a lot. I don't know, God gave me a gift, I guess. I could sniff fish out. I knew I could catch fish and maybe make it as a professional angler, but that's my story in bass fishing. 27 years old, came out to the East Coast and hit the big time basically, and now here I am, Major League Fishing Championship, showing, I guess, the whole world that we fishermen can definitely fish. Definitely can catch a fish, can't we? Now, it's open book, see what happens next.